Greetings everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to update you guys on the last set of starter locks that I shared with you. It was her 1 month first retwist on her starter locks. If you have not seen that, go back and watch that so you can better understand this video. But in this video I'm going to update you guys on it. Talk a little bit about the comments that I got in the last one, try to answer some questions, and of course I'm going to share her lock count with you all. I had one question about her lock count. She was curious about it. We found out, and I'm going to share it at the end of this video. So this video will be updating on her 2 month maintenance and her 3 month maintenance. So stay tuned for that. Okay, let's get into this hair. As you can see, her locks are becoming defined. They're starting to stay in their respective sections and they're starting to form and bud. This was her very first maintenance or wash with me. This was her second wash, but first maintenance. And as you can see, her locks have flourished within that month. I'm going to be showing some footage of me retwisting her hair. I use a comb. I typically don't, but I do for her because she likes them very neat. Although I started her hair with a freehand part, there was no grid pattern or anything like that. She wanted them very full, and in my opinion the fullest locks usually have a freehand pattern. That's just my opinion. Her locks were very easy to pull apart and retwist the first time, and even more so this time. Very easy. The locks were where they were supposed to be. So with that being said, I'm gonna get into washing starter locks because I saw quite a few comments about that. Washing starter locks, there is a way to wash starter locks to make sure they don't unravel. There is a way to there's a direction to wash them. So basically I'm gonna try to explain it verbally in this video, but at the same time I'm going to keep in mind that I need to make a starter lock, how to wash starter locks video. If you guys would like to see that, or you're interested in a video like that, thumbs up the video or leave me a comment. That way I know you're interested. But I'm just going to verbally quickly explain. Basically, when I did her first wash, even her second and third wash, I wash her hair clockwise in the direction that her hair grows. I washed it clockwise, and I washed the coils or the starter locks themselves very gently. Nothing too rough, I'm not raking anything so it doesn't unravel. Of course there's gonna be some frizz. Of course there's gonna be some hair that leaves that area. That's fine. As long as the majority of the hair is still coiled up, it is okay. Now, the mistake that I've seen a lot of people do is wash their starter locks gently, but they do not touch the roots. If you don't touch the roots, your hair is still dirty because the scalp is the foundation of everything. If the scalp is dirty, the hair is dirty. So you have to really get in there and clean the scalp. So after I've done that, I've washed the hair clockwise, I do a second wash. I go in and I scrub the roots very good. That way they are clean. And then I go through and rinse. And while I'm rinsing, I do the same clockwise motion with both hands to make sure nothing is completely unraveling, make sure I still have the parts where they need to be. And this is just me showing you guys what her shaft is looking like right now. You can see the areas where it's budding. And as someone said in the comments, you can also use a stocking cap if you are that worried about it unraveling. I use that on my son Zion when I started his locks. His hair, he has a very soft and loose texture, so I had to do that for him. I recently started my second son's hair. I have a video for that too. His hair is not as loose as my first son, so I didn't need to use that for him. However, when it comes to my children, I interlock their coils so it doesn't unravel. So that's another thing you could do. You could opt to interlock your coils, and you don't have to continue interlocking your entire journey just because you interlock for that time. I interlocked my son's hair for 3 months and then went to regular twisting, and his hair is just fine. I'm doing the same thing for my second son. His hair is doing great. There was no unraveling at his first wash, and you guys will see that in the video that I'm gonna upload very soon about his hair. As I told you guys before, you guys are going to see my sons in the background. I have 3 of them, so please don't mind them. They're just living. But as you can see, I'm using the comb and I'm actually retwisting her hair with it, and I'm coiling her new growth as if I'm starting a lock. That's basically what I'm doing with this method of retwisting. As I said before, I'm going to share her lock count. So if you have a guess of what you think her lock count is, go ahead and comment it right now. That way you can already have it commented, and then at the end of the video, you'll see if you were right or close or super far off. All in all, her hair is flourishing nicely. It is doing its thing. It is going through the stages pretty fast, which is why I emphasize on texture. This is her hair the last time this was her first retwist, and this is back to her second. But I emphasize on texture comparisons. If you don't have her hair texture, your hair may not progress as fast. In fact, it will not progress as fast if your texture is looser than hers. It's gonna be at least 6 months, maybe 4 to 5 months. If your hair, if you do what you're supposed to do, that you will see progress like this. So please don't think that this applies to everybody directly. It doesn't. It applies to her and people with her hair texture. So this is the final result of the retwist for her 2 month. This is her second retwist, and these are the final results. Her parts are still there, and I mentioned in the first video, she's a client that started her locks over because she wasn't happy with what she got from her last from whoever started her locks the first time. And I'm gonna use that to mention, don't walk out with locks that you don't like. I've heard these stories so many times that people will come to me and they're like, oh, I got these locks started, I hate them, but you know, they paid the person, they walked out. Make sure you get what you want. Make sure you get what you're paying for. She wanted a head full of locks. She wanted them small. And sometimes stylists don't like doing small locks because they take time. So they give you bigger locks, especially if you're coming back to them. I don't do that. I give you exactly what you want. This is exactly what she wanted. She wanted them small. We gave her small. She has a pretty high number, and that's okay. To me, what matters is that she loves her hair. She got what she wanted, and it's going to be beautiful. And with starter locks, you may not see the beauty right away, but you have to be patient. And a lot of people, if you are starting with a certain mindset, you will see the beauty right away. But some people don't. I was one of them. So definitely keep in mind that you have to be patient. You have to want it. You have to understand your hair. And having locks helped me understand my hair so much. So this is like truth. Locks are truth. Because you will understand your hair texture whether you want to or not when you have locks. This is month 3. This is her third maintenance, and this is her starter locks at 3 months. As you can see, even more budding is going on, even more formation is going on. And just to recap, this was the first month, second wash. And this was the second month, fourth wash. And here we are at 3 month, 6th wash. Once again, I'm going to use that to say, wash your hair. Please wash your hair. It will help your hair so much. So much. And here I'm just showing you guys how easy it is to see her parts this time. And this is the final result of her retwist. I didn't go deep into the retwisting because it's a little redundant. So let's just recap again. These are her starter coils. This is her first retwist, before and after. This is her second retwist, before and after. And here's her third retwist before and after. And as you can see, her hair is budding very well. And I will talk a little bit more about this stage in the next update for her hair. And also, I didn't forget, we counted her locks. I sectioned them out so I can get an accurate count because she had so many. And drum roll, please. She has 227 locks. That's an awesome number. But thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next update where I talk more about the phase that she's in right now. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I'll see you guys next time. Stay encouraged. Bye, guys.